Hi everybody, it's Kiara. Happy Sunday. It is Sunday, October 12th. I should have known that right away. It's my dad's birthday, so happy birthday, Dad. You'll never see this. uh, he's in New York. He doesn't do, well, he does do YouTube, but I'm sure I don't pop up. So how is everybody doing? It's been about two and a half weeks since I've been here. I haven't done a huge amount of sewing. Yesterday I spent some time reorganizing my sewing room. As you see, my embroidery machine's not here anymore. I got a birthday present. My husband put it together. My birthday's later on in the week, but he had time to put it together. I got a heavy duty work table to put my embroidery machine on so I can use it without it shaking. This thing shakes a little bit too much for it. One of my cube thing fits underneath it perfectly, so that's together, and we'll talk more about my embroidery machine in a little bit. I've been wanting to jump back on the Hi, let's start this over. Hi, I'm Kiara. I am a native New Yorker who now lives in Northwest Arkansas for 5 years. So it's been a while. I love living here. I am a special education para and full-time job. I am the wife to 3 kids ranging in ages from 23 to 12. I have a special needs son who's going to be 18 next month, at the end of next month. My husband's a retired NYPD officer. We love our life here. So I'm also very active in the DAR. You'll hear about that. Part of the reason I'm doing a video today is I had to go to a DAR event, so I was a little bit more presentable. I mean, I didn't wear my glasses there. I actually wore my contacts, but it's the weekend and I tend not to wear my contacts on the weekend, so I put my glasses on. Plus, my allergies have been acting up, so the less time in my contacts, the better. So let's talk a little bit about what I did. So yesterday I spent some time reorganizing the room, moving some stuff around. The other thing I want to do is I had been watching somebody and they were just saying, we have too much as crafters, and they're going to start using me from the stash. And that really resonated with me. Not to say that I'm never going to buy anything, because that would be lying. But I'm not going to buy unintentionally. Because let's be honest, I like my designer mystery quilts, and I'm going to sign up for next year's because I love the fabric line it's in, and it's Camille Ross Kelly. I love it fabric, so I'm going to definitely do that one. I'm probably going to do the Make-A-Wish because I like that, though I do have to find my kit from Make-A-Wish this year. Nope, that's not it. I gotta find the rest of my kit. I did the first block and I don't know what I did with the rest of it. So I've gotta find that because I would like to finish that, and that was not a hard quilt. I'm gonna just be more intentional about what I'm doing. I'm not gonna sign up to do a lot of stuff. There are a few things on my radar. I'm finishing up cotton cuts, and I'm not gonna do another one of those because that's not my wheelhouse. I like doing it because it's all pre-cut, but it's not something I want to do a lot of. So what have I done quilting wise? I finished all the blocks for my Autumn Nights quilt, which was the mystery quilt, the full mystery quilt from Fat Quarter Shop. I just have to assemble it. That's on my list for this week. I'm only working 3 days this week because we have a little bit of a fall break, so that works out good. So even though I didn't do a lot this weekend, I have a nice big chunk of time coming up. I did do week 3 of the Jolly Bar sampler, Jolly Bar 5 sampler. This is it. This is the Northern Lights block. I've done every Jolly Bar sampler quilt. Most of them are done. And this one is from the Jolly Bar 5 book. I'll show you the book. Here's the book. And so that was block 3. The next one I'm doing is Refractions, the Refractions block. And this is it. So it's a big block. So, was that? Yeah. That's next one I'm doing. So I might cut that out today unless I go do something else. I gotta hang that up. I don't know where all my things are. I did also assemble block 3. I put the outside on block 3 of the Designer Mystery. I did block 4 of the Designer Mystery. So I have to do the border. Block 5 is on its way. So that's what I worked on. I did Jolly Bar week 3, the Autumn Nights the week 3, and I cut all the finishing. And I did Cotton Cuts clues 7 and 8. I think there's only 2 clues from Cotton Cuts left, and mine is late because I had to change bank accounts and I had to open a new bank account and things got all screwy. So I have to do block 4, which is refractions, and then I have to do block 5, which will get me back on track. And it's this one. Okay, so that's where I am on those. And I print out these sheets in case I ever want to do the sampler again. It tells me how many of each letter to cut in the block, so I don't have to figure it out myself. So that's good. So that is what's on. Okay, so on my list of things I'm going to be working on in the next week is I'm going to finish my Autumn Nights quilt top, and I might try to quilt that, and I was going to show you something else I was going to do, but I don't know where it is. I'm going to finish and assemble that, and I might try to quilt it because I have the backing, and I'll probably just quilt it on my Juki unless I decide to get brave and try doing background quilting on my embroidery machine, but probably not because that is more time consuming than just quilting it on my Juki. I'm going to do Jolly Bar weeks 4 and 5. I'm going to do the finishing on block 4. I'm going to cut out Among the Stars month 3, which is this was a block of the month club from Fat Quarter Shop years ago with Fig Tree fabric, and I'm going to try to get that done. I had wanted to do it forever, and I just finally said, okay, I'm doing it. My other thing I'm working on is I'm trying to finish my Designs by Juju Christmas tree skirt. So I have 5 more of these to do, and then I will start assembling them. So my goal is by next Sunday to have all 5 of the finished pieces done. Actually, my goal is to try to get them all done by Wednesday. And now that my embroidery machine is on a really sturdy surface, I can come in and out of here. I don't have to be sitting right on top of here. So those are my projects. These are my projects. I make a list every week and try to stick to it. I've also been feeling better finally and I've been getting into a groove with work. So I've been trying to come in here and spend like 10 minutes, even if it's just cutting a little something and doing it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna also try to load a Halloween quilt onto my Moxie. I have a Teresa Kogut panel quilt, that Little Witch. I think it's the Little Witch. It's the old Little Witch, but I would really like to get it quilted so it can go on my rack. I also have a binding to do on a wall hanging that I had quilted on my embroidery machine. Not even this embroidery, a different embroidery machine. And it was a pain in the rear. But I would like to finish it. I'm gonna just put the binding on it. I'm just gonna put it up as a wall hanging somewhere in my house. Then I'm getting itchy for Christmas. Okay? I'm getting really itchy for Christmas. So I have a couple, I didn't get my, I didn't do the mystery quilt over the summer. I don't know what happened. I just never did it. So I would like to start that, but I don't know if I'm going to start that. But I want to make this pillow. Okay, I'm getting really itchy to do stuff for Christmas. I bought this last year and I really want to do it. I even have the cross stitch here, which looks just the same, but I don't want to show you the pattern. So here's my background, and it's got snowflakes. I'm actually using it on my tree skirt, And then I have all of these, I picked these fabrics. Let me see if I can make them so you can see them a little better. And I don't know if I'm using them all or not, but these are actually all even starched. So there they are. And they're from different lines. So what I think I'm going to do on this is I'm going to treat each letter as its own block. So I'm going to cut out, how I'm going to do this is, because the M measure, I think they all measure 7.5 by 7.5. Let me tell you. Yeah, these all measure to 7.5 by 7.5. So I'm gonna treat each letter as its own block. So not to be overwhelmed because there's a lot of pieces in this. I am going to cut all the things for the N, then all the things for the O, all the things for the E, and put each one on a design board and do it like that. So not to get myself overwhelmed, I'm gonna treat each thing as a separate block, and then I will assemble it all. So I wanna do this. I have so many, I was going through here, and I found like 3 kits. And these are not even projects that I have all kitted up. I found 3 kits. One is a little wall hanging that I might do. Let me go and share. It's a Christmas one. And I bought this last year during a shop hop. And let me see. And it's not really, I think it measures, let's see. I think it measures 40, it's a table topper. And it measures 46 by 46. And this is it. And it came with the thing. I mean, I loved it when I bought it. Do I love it now? I don't know. I don't know if I should even do it or if I should just try to get rid of it. Okay, these are the fabrics. It does not have backing in it. Does it have 2 panels? I'm finding things about these local shops that I don't always like how they write the patterns. How you do the 4. And this thing has something for partial seams. I have to look at this and see if I'm going to do this way or if I can figure another way to do this. I can do a partial seam, it's just not my favorite. But I got to figure this out. Okay. Well, these are supposed to be placemats. Maybe I can make them placemats instead. I don't know. So this is one panel. That, or if I could figure something out and do something so they're not partial seams and change the design a little bit, I might do that. Let's look. Oh, this is a border print. Well, I think, guys, look at this. This is so cute. So what do they want us to do? What are we supposed to do with this? Let's look at the picture. Okay, so what we're doing is, well, I'm gonna have to figure out something to do because they cut this apart. They cut this apart and you make borders with this, but I'm gonna figure something out that it makes it easier on me. I don't wanna do that. Home sweet home. I'll have to figure out with the picture and figure something out. I do kinda like it, it is kinda cute. My other thing is I could just make placemats out of it, but I have another set of placemats that are here, and I've had them for like years, and they're still sitting there. Okay, so I'm supposed to, the inside's here, and I'm supposed to frame it with this print. And then we're using the pieces here to do something else. Yeah, I'm gonna figure another way to do this, because nothing says, and I don't like when they give you a kit and they give you this weird cut. This must be a 1/4 yard or something, but it's not straight, just looking at it. It's not straight. I have decided there's like really only 2 quilt shops here that I like. But my aunt just told me about a fabric. I was talking to my aunt about needing to get some backing for quilts, and she, and I paid $35 for this kit, and I don't like it. What was I thinking? Can somebody tell me what I was thinking? I don't like this kit. I may just list this thing on eBay and call it done, because I don't like it. I'm not gonna try to figure this out. And if you want it, I'll give it to you $30 shipped. Okay? Just to get it out of my house. So if you want it, you're more than welcome, and I'll send you the directions and everything else. Okay? It's cute. I like the colors. I just don't have it in me to play with it. And to be quite honest, it doesn't go with any of my Christmas stuff. So I don't know why I even bought it. I probably thought it was cute. I liked their sample. It does have the, if you do want to make the placemats, it does have the directions. You probably would have to get a different backing, but there mightn't be enough here to do the backing. But like I said, if you want it, it's yours for $30 shipped. Because I'm not gonna do it. So, one of the things I'm planning to do for 2026, I was watching Kimberly from the Fat Quarter Shop, and I did the first one. I didn't do the second one, and I actually never finished the first one, but I kind of already like the setting of this quilt. And I'm probably going to use a fat quarter bundle that I already have, but I haven't decided which size I'm gonna do. Let's be honest, I'm probably gonna do the 9-inch because it's the only one that comes to the size of a quilt that I would actually use. It's the Socialites 3, and I'm probably going to use something I have here, but don't ask me what, unless I see something. Unless I go totally scrappy it, but I don't think I want to go totally scrappy. But I need to do the 9-inch, I need a fat quarter bundle with 28 fat quarters. Looking over here, I have a couple that have 28. Well, I got more than one, but, and then I have some fat 8 funnels. But I do have a fat quarter bundle of Primitive Gatherings, American Gatherings, the first one. So I might do that since next year is the America 250, and I'm a sucker for a red, white, and blue quilt. But hold on, I have 2 that I'm kind of got it narrowed down to. Let me just get them. Oh, that's a fat. If I want to go Americana, I can do either one of these. I have this one, which is, this is the original American Gatherings, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 12 times 3, there's 36 in here, so this one's definitely big enough. And then there's this one. This is, what's the name of this, guys? This came out last year. This is a recent line. Oh, this is Hollyhocks and Roses. And then there's this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 times 3, so there's like 30 in here. So I want to do one of these. I'm leaning a little bit more towards this, just because I don't know if this. Let me show you. I don't really know if this one has enough variation in it, and then I have to get something for setting. The only thing about using this one, if I went to one of her more recent lines, it would coordinate with this one. But I kind of like the differentiating, and I can throw some green in here. So it might be this one. Then again, I might see something come out that I must do it in. Since I want to be purposeful, and my problem is I have 2 fat quarter bundles of Minnick and Simpson fabric that have more than enough, and I have other Minnick and Simpson patriotic quilts. But Minnick and Simpson is no longer designing. They've retired. They were my absolute favorite designers because I just loved their take on the whole Americana thing. So, I don't know. It's probably going to be one of these. I'm probably going to go towards the Hollyhocks just because I like it a little bit better. It reminds me of Minnick and Simpson. One of these is in the Rosie by Fig Tree, and I do like Fig Tree, but I think if I do one of these other ones, honestly I think I like this one because it has the pink in it, and that's one of the things that I loved about Minnick and Simpson, the pink they brought in. But this is so pretty too. I don't know. Should I bust open this American Gatherings that's been gathering dust since it came out? I don't know. I mean, the only other good thing is I could play with it a little bit and then look, because they did give us what every block looks like. So, I mean, I think the only thing stopping me with the American Gatherings is how this is super controlled. I'd have to look and see if the new one is as controlled as this. This one gives me a little bit more wiggle room with colors. It's like I could bring in a little bit of green if I wanted to, because some of it is green. So I'm leaning more that way, unless something comes out that is phenomenal. So that's where I am on that. That's probably a most definite for next year. I'm trying to think of other things, of other projects that I've started. I have to go through my works in progress again and decide what's next to finish. Because I would like to work on some past due things. That's gonna be hard. And I was really good at the beginning of this year working through and finishing. And then I dropped off. So I need to get better at that. Because like I want to finish my Millie's dresses. The 2 are still sitting there. I want to finish that. I'd want to do more quilting, like actual quilting, not just piecing. I want to work with Miss Moxie some more. But I'm excited because now that I have my embroidery machine, that I can have that going and I can do something on Moxie and sew. When we lived in New York, my embroidery machine was always going while I was sewing clothes. So I'm really excited to be able to do stuff like that again, because I like doing things on my embroidery machine. I saw a couple in the hoop projects that I really would like to work on. I also need to rearrange my room again. Yesterday when I was putting stuff, I just kind of shoved stuff back. I have a bunch of quilt blocks done that I need to progress to the next stage. I have a designer mystery that I didn't buy the finishing kit for that I need to do. I need to finish designer mystery 2024, the blocks, so I can start the background. That's why I love this quilt, and for some reason I think next year's is a similar layout to this, like you're able to really finish it as you're going. But I want to go through my kitted up things and things I've started and see where I am and what I can finish. Kathy from My Hobby Home was doing the Fat Quarter, the spooky box thing for next year. I am not buying a spooky box. I have never completed a spooky box project. So while I love them, I don't do the project. One of them I took all the fabric and I did something else with. So to me, that doesn't, as much as I love them and I get FOMO, it's $50 or $60 that just sits. I canceled my Sew Sampler, but I think I'm gonna re-up it again because I like my Sew Sampler box. Even if I don't like everything. I canceled it and I'm not getting October's. And I'm like, why did you do that? I was in a thing that we needed to save money and do this and do that. And I was being responsible and an adult. But I kind of like my Sew Sampler box. And it's not like I go out and just buy things, but I need to figure that out. But things I'm gonna let myself buy is batting and backings. But the other reason I wanna take stock in what this is 30 minutes of me rambling. The other reason I wanna take stock in is because I have this quilt over here, this kit over here, that I desperately wanna start. And I might start it this weekend because it's my birthday. I have the picture of it. I have to print off my phone. This is it's from the Quilted Cow, and I bought this because I saw it in the store. I knew I wanted this line anyway because it's Anna Green Gables. I have another one of these, but it's this pattern. It's from the Quilted Cow. It's called Anise, and this is it. And it uses a stacker or a layer cake. I believe it's Riley Bake, so it's a stacker. So it's not a hard quilt. It measures 57 by 76, but I did buy extra fabric to put a border on it because I just feel that every quilt, it needs a border. And I did buy the backing. I'll show you my backing because I just decided on this one that I needed to buy everything, and that was it. And this was probably the last big giant purchase I bought. Okay. So I have my stacker, and then half yard, 1 in fabric background, 1 7/8. I don't know which. That might be this. Nope, these are. Fabric B accent, half a yard. Do we need more than one? I got these. I don't know. See, some of this came as a kit, and I have to. And then I think this is the border I bought. And then this is the backing. And it's all of the same line, so I now have to go measure and see what I bought for what. And that's the binding. So but I want to start this. So I have to figure things out. And I might not start it till next year, but it's all together and I have to label it. That's why it's over here. But what I want to do is I want to rearrange my boxes, and the things that I actively really want to work on, I need to arrange. Like Millie's dresses, when I moved things around, all the starched fabric was sitting over there. I have never even put it in a project box. So I need to do that. I just need to get more organized, guys. And if I'm not going to actively work on something right now, it needs to go back here in the closet. Because some things I'm not going to abandon. Plus, like, I have this thing to make the Liberty quilt, which is a Villa Rosa pattern. And I have it all kitted up, but I've never started it. So I need to get my life arranged and in gear. And now that I'm feeling better and I seem to have more energy in the afternoons, excuse me guys, I'm getting hot now. Getting things more together, I can get moving. But I think next year it's going to be a very intentional year. I think also it's me getting older. I don't need more stuff. And while fat quarter bundles look pretty to look at, I need to use them. I have to stop buying them just to buy them. And I've been really good this year. I think there's only one fat quarter bundle I bought this year. But that's it. I've been rambling enough for you. If you make it all the way to the end of this video, good for you. I also do want to say thank you for liking and subscribing to the videos. I know that I ramble and I'm all like squirrel lately, but I do appreciate each and every one of you. I do have a goal to get to like 700 by the end of the year. Will it happen? I don't know. I have low dreams and expectations, but thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful day. Hopefully I'll be back next week and show you everything I did, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye.